the easiest way to preserve greens for all winter use.
Rebel Canners, teaching all kinds of food preservation, especially the old ways. We all can use a little bit more of the old ways these days. Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make pesto at home, and it's really easy. It's one of those most forgiving recipes. It's really, the recipe to pesto is a guide. Like, you need, this much of this type ingredient, this much of this type ingredient, this much olive oil, this much salt, and it's just a guide. Like, you can make it so many different ways. Today I made basil, pecan, Parmesan pesto. So let's see how we do that. Okay, 2 cups of packed basil and fresh from the garden.
You need 3 cups of finely chopped greens. Basil is the traditional green in pesto, but there are so many other ones. Carrot top, lemon balm can be used in pesto, lamb's quarters, even wild sourced greens. I love ramps. And on that same note, traditionally, garlic scapes are used.
And half a cup of olive oil. Let that set so it all drains down in there. And then about half a teaspoon of salt. I can add more if I want. Oops, you didn't get to see it, but I got my half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese in there, and I'm going to go ahead and stir that up. See if I need to add any more olive oil. I've got to get my nuts in here. I haven't decided. I don't have any pine nuts, so I'm going to go down to the basement, look and see if I have any walnuts to put in my pesto. And then I also don't have garlic, so I'm trying to decide if I want to do garlic powder or minced garlic. We'll see. The beauty of pesto is that one of those recipes where you follow the guide. It doesn't have to be exact. So, I mean, you can use basil and it'll be a true pesto, or you can use foraged stuff. I've done some videos on foraged greens, making a dandelion green pesto. You can make a garlic scape pesto. I've done a wild ramp pesto. So yeah, let me go find the 1/4 cup of nuts that I have to chop and put in here.
I'm very lucky at our farmer's market. I was able to get a really high quality Parmesan and grate it for this recipe. Oh, fresh Parmesan makes it oh so much better. If you don't, go ahead and use dried.
So, all right. Got a 1/4 cup of, actually, pecans. It's what I had already. So, got the lid on. I'm going to chop the nuts. Hang on just a second. Okay. So, I have finally ground these pecans. Did not grow these pecans. I live in Michigan. All right. That's going to be difficult to pour with one hand. I'll be right back.
You're going to need half a cup of nuts. You can use less expensive nuts like walnuts. If you want, you can even use sunflower seeds if you're allergic to nuts. I love pine nuts. And then you're going to want 1 to 2 cloves of garlic minced.
Okay, so as I was saying, if you don't have nuts, you can substitute sunflower seeds, things like that as well. All right, let me get it all stirred up here.
Add a pinch of sea salt to taste. I added a couple because I like it.
And there you go. pecan basil parmesan pesto. And to preserve this, I'm just going to cover it with a fine layer of olive oil. There. Just enough so it's covered by about 1/4 of an inch, which you can really see it is. You just can't tell with my dirty jar right now. But yes, so there's a fine layer of olive oil. I'll make sure all the ingredients are under the olive oil. And I'll put this someplace cool, like my refrigerator or my cooler. And it will keep for a very long time that way. So, there you have it, basil pesto. And there you have it, it's pesto.
If you need more jars or lids, go to the Superb website. The link is below. Use the code REBELCANNERS10 to save 10%. Can all you can. If you like my content, be sure to subscribe and make sure that you've rang the bell so that you don't miss another episode.